This is All India Radio Shillong, the Northeast News Bulletin read by Sandeepan Chakravarti. There will be no regular classroom activities in schools and colleges in Meghalaya yet, even as the State Education Department has decided to further extend the scope for restraint activities within the educational institutions in keeping with safety protocols. Schools will be permitted to open for activities such as teacher-student counseling, clearing doubts, addressing hard spots, sharing unit lesson plans, assignments, submission of work, student assessment program. Only students of classes 6 to 12 are permitted to visit their schools in areas outside the containment zones on voluntary basis for taking guidance from their teachers. The student-teacher interaction will also be subject to written consent of their parents or guardians and will be permitted from the 16th of this month. 3 more deaths and 173 new COVID-19 cases were registered in Meghalaya yesterday, taking the fatality count to 73 and number of active cases to 2,445. The state also registered 64 new recoveries, taking the number of recovered cases to 5,646. Meghalaya has so far detected 8,164 COVID-19 cases, out of which 2,445 are active. 73 deceased and 5,646 are recovered. Nagaland reported 76 positive COVID-19 cases yesterday, taking the tally to 7,492. Health and Family Welfare Minister S. Pangneoform informed that 100 patients have also recovered from the viral infection. Nagaland now has 1,448 active cases, 17 fatalities, while 5,955 persons have recovered from the disease. The National Cancer Registry Program Reports 2020 has highlighted that cancers related to use of any form of tobacco were highest in the northeastern region of the country and in higher proportions in men. Cancer of lung, mouth, stomach and esophagus were the most common cancers among men. Cancer of breast and cervix uteri were the most common cancers among women. A significant increase in the incidence rates of breast cancer in women and also lung, head and neck cancers in both men and women was observed in most of the registries. However, a declining trend was seen in most of the registries for cancer of the cervix, the report read. The Nagaland Government yesterday held a consultative meeting with tribal hohos, mass-based organizations, civil societies, church organizations, political parties, NGOs and prominent individuals to discuss the Naga political issue. The ongoing political negotiations and peace talks between the Government of India and the Naga nationalist political organizations were also discussed at the meeting held in Kohima. The meeting unanimously adopted a 7-point resolution which included appreciating the Government of India for acknowledging the unique history of the Nagas and for recognizing the Naga issue as a political issue. Chief Minister Nefurio said the Nagas need to deliberate and support the peace process, strengthen the negotiations and facilitate the journey towards achievement of one solution in the earliest time possible. Assam Chief Minister Sarbananda Sonowal yesterday said that small tea growers of the state will be able to collect their land pattas from the office of the Deputy Commissioners of their respective districts. The Revenue Department will issue notification to this effect very soon. After announcing this at a function at Jorhat, Mr. Sonowal handed over land pattas to 6 small tea growers symbolically to kickstart the program of allotting land pattas to small tea growers at the level of the DC office. Meghalaya Sports Minister Bantedor Lingdor yesterday asserted that despite the odds, the state does not want extension of the National Games to another date or year as 2022 coincides with the 50-year celebration of statehood. He said this while replying to a question whether the National Games will be extended due to COVID-19 pandemic and considering the amount of work stalled due to it. Acknowledging that ultimately the Indian Olympic Association will decide if the Games will be extended to 2023 or not, he reiterated that the Meghalaya government wants it in 2022. He said that the state government is doing all it can to host the Games on time. And with that, we end the Northeast News Bulletin from All India Radio Shillong. Have a nice day.
This is All India Radio Shillong.